The city of Knoxville, Tennessee has recently taken a significant step towards ensuring the safety of its residents by securing funding through the Safe Streets and Roads for All program, which is dedicated to funding projects that make streets safer for everyone. This grant will be instrumental in advancing the city's Vision Zero action plan, which aims to eliminate all traffic fatalities by 2040. The city's project will focus on implementing crucial recommendations from this plan, including the creation of new pedestrian walkways, crosswalks, and sidewalks, as well as adjusting speed limits in key areas in order to protect vulnerable pedestrians. These efforts are vital for enhancing public safety and ensuring that Knoxville's streets are safe for everyone. This video highlights the positive impact of the grant and encourages other communities to pursue similar initiatives. Stay tuned to hear more about their successful grant application journey.
My name is Cody Gentry. I am the Vision Zero coordinator for the city of Knoxville. Knoxville is a mid-sized city in eastern Tennessee. We have a population of around 200,000. We are home to the University of Tennessee, the flagship campus. My position is housed within the engineering department, specifically the transportation engineering group. My position specifically, I've been with the division for a long time, going on 18 years now, but I have been in this role since March of this year. The city as a whole adopted a Vision Zero goal in 2021, and that Vision Zero goal is to eliminate all traffic fatalities on city roadways by 2040. So our project, broadly, the idea is just we are implementing recommendations from our Vision Zero action plan. Sort of specifically, we are looking at improving safety for our vulnerable roadway users. So pedestrians, people using bikes on city roadways, we're really looking to try and improve the safety for them. We have in our project, it's Safe Streets and Roads for All grant that we applied for, and we have 3 implementation projects. Also, you could call them construction projects. We have 3 different construction projects as part of this grant. And we also have several supplemental planning things in addition to those 3 construction projects. So we are going to have a speed management plan to sort of rethink the way we set speed limits citywide. And we are looking to try and set those speed limits based on all roadway users and not just make that a vehicle-based method. We are going to update our bicycle facilities plan citywide. We will be implementing a Vision Zero dashboard, which will be on our website and display crash data. It will display projects we're working on and just kind of, help us with a lot of transparency and showing what we're working on and the crashes that are happening in the city. We also have a study to look at protected left turns at signalized intersections, so places that we see a lot of angle crashes and left turn crashes at intersections, to see where we might implement protected only left turn movements. And we have a study to look at some quick build projects, ones that we can do quickly with low cost kind of things, that we can get those on the ground quick, as well as some stakeholder engagement and just sort of community outreach. We used the FHWA. They have proven safety countermeasures on their website. Those are extremely helpful. They lean on those very heavily, and as do we. So we really showed that some of the things we're trying to implement are things that the FHWA recognizes are things that work. And they lay out, if you have X happening on your roadways, you can implement Y. Throughout the application process, we really leaned a lot on the webinars that the FHWA, they have several webinars throughout the entire process. We sat through those, took a lot of notes. Those were extremely helpful. In those webinars, they really tell you what they're looking for. So they tell you how they want to see the data, how they want to see you structure things, and that's very helpful to hear from them exactly what they are looking for. So we definitely did that and really followed that throughout the application. Once we heard from them through those webinars, we learned that the reviewers they have reviewing these grant applications, they don't have a lot of time to spend with each one, at least not initially. So they really stress to make all of your narrative very clear and concise. Be very clear what you are referencing, why you are referencing it, and state sort of why you are including this data. I think the organizational layout was very important. I would say that was more important probably than the visual portion. Of course, you want it to look good. Again, these reviewers don't have a lot of time to dig into this. So presenting what your project is in a very clear, concise, easily digestible way, I think that was key for us. You don't need to be afraid of just being blunt in using your headers where your eyes are immediately going to go on your application and your narrative. You can use those headers to say exactly, bluntly what you are doing. That's the first thing they're going to see. Again, they're not going to be able to spend a lot of time initially with this. So get it across quick, make sure they understand exactly what you're trying to do. I would say you want to reach a wide range of people or groups for your letters of support. And they are important, but the FHWA, through some of those webinars that we watched, they indicated that while they are important and they want to see them, like I said, they have limited time to review these. So they don't necessarily want you to overwhelm them with a lot of different letters of support that might not be completely relevant to your project. So include as many as you can, but make sure that they're relevant. We included them from elected officials, in our case, city council, our mayor, our state representatives, and our US representatives and Senate representatives as well. It was good to get all of that to show we have a wide range of political support. We also had several neighborhood organizations and advocacy groups. We had them provide letters of support. But I would say arguably the most important we had 2 projects that were taking place on state routes. So it was very important for us to show that we had a letter of support from our DOT, TDOT, that manages those state routes. Because ultimately, those are roadways that they own and they maintain. So any improvements we do would need to be approved by them. So I would say that's one, if you're planning to do any project on a roadway that might be managed by a different entity. And I would say it's important to, not wait until right before you are submitting the grant to try and get these letters of support. Give the parties plenty of time to respond, draft their letters, give thoughtful letters, don't rush them into that. So, giving them plenty of time to work on that rather than sending it to them and saying, you need it in a couple of days right before the grant application is due. In our case, for a Safe Streets and Roads for All grant, I strongly recommend, if you don't already have a Vision Zero action plan, develop one. Get a Vision Zero action plan, because having that action plan in place really presented the recommendations that we're applying for in this grant. Those are recommendations in that action plan. So showing that we have a plan that we're working towards already. These are recommendations that are going to help us get through that plan. That was incredibly helpful. I would say attend as many of the FHWA's webinars as you can. Listen to what they're saying. They're going to be very forthcoming and honest of what they're looking for, how they want to see the data, how they want to see it presented, how they look at these, how they want to see things, all of that.